Hi, everyone. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining. My name is Obin Naudensi, and I'm super excited to have all of us on this call. I promise it's going to worth your time. For those of us who upscaling their business, for those of us who also look forward to excelling in real estate, you're welcome to the right place. Okay. So if you have a friend who's supposed to be on this call, please, I beg you to reach out to them. Okay. Because tonight I'm going to be sharing some powerful secrets. Even if you're a realtor, an established realtor who have been trying to sell, also trying to move their business to a higher level, who wants to keep closing more sales every week and hopefully every day. This is the training you've been looking forward to, and I promise it's going to be super, super engaging. It's going to be something you're going to look forward to for the rest of your life because I am coming with the secret. Okay. Without wasting much of our time, I want to mention that this meeting is recorded. For those who are not going to be able to join us, I understand we have already scheduled this meeting for yesterday, or we had factors that were beyond our control. So tonight, have most of you on the call already. Thank you, Taiwo Mary, for showing up. Thank you, Precious. Thank you, Steven. I'm trying to call names to acknowledge your presence and for showing up on time. Thank you, Barnabas. Thank you, Samuel Eniola, Babatunde, Glory, and everybody who have showed up on this call. Okay, I want you to do something for me right now. If you can, please reach out for your pen and paper because tonight I'm going to be changing what you understand about sales and how to identify who your customers are. Okay, so we'll have the next 2 minutes to invite our friends because once we start, we may not go back again to explain what we've said before. So for most of us who are on the Billionaire platform, I'm sure you're going to be getting value. I still maintain what I said at the summit. I am committed to helping you become the best. I'm committed to helping you make sales. I'm committed to helping you, conquer your drought for those who haven't sold for the first time in a long while. My job here is to help you, achieve that success in a short while. So tonight, we're going to be doing something very simple, which is to help us define sales. Let's look at sales from a different dimension. Most importantly, real estate sales. Let's look at it from a different dimension. When we talk about sales in real estate, a lot of people wonder and think that it is something special for a particular class of people. I remember one time I spoke to somebody. I wanted them to join the business, and I said, listen, guy, I want you to join me in real estate. Let us help people own quality properties without stress. And he's like, please don't disturb me. I can't even do this. This is for big people. Who do I know? How can I sell? And I'm like, why are you limiting yourself to what you can do? I mean, real estate is not for a selected few. It is for people who want to do business, okay? For people who want to make some quality money. So tonight, beyond teaching you sales, I also want to teach you how to identify who your customers are, because that is the bedrock of success in real estate, identifying who you should sell to and what you should sell to them. So tonight, I'll be sharing the customer persona, where I'll get to show you the kind of customers you can attract in real estate, how you can find them, and what you should be selling to them. Okay? Again, I'm also going to be showing you the step-by-step to sell. Sales have a process. And if you skip anyone, you're going to pay dearly for that. That is why we find some people who join sales and they've sold the first one, second one, third one, and they're not able to sustain it because there is no system. They are just selling by luck. Okay? Again, I'm also going to be sharing some quality tools that will help you handle objections and also manage your business in social media. Okay? Again, I'm also going to be sharing with you our product and other things that will also help you achieve success within a short period. Okay, so please, if you have a question, kindly share them on this chat message, and I'll be able to respond to them in the course of the meeting. Okay, so 1 minute. Yes, so let's go back to business. So first of all, like I said, let me also remind you about our vision as a company. This is Frontline Homes. In case you didn't show up at the summit in Ibadan, this is me reminding you what we exist for and why we're in business. At Frontline Homes, our vision is to make land and home ownership easy and accessible to every income earner for wealth generation. Now, what this means is that we are not considering only one party in our vision. We are considering an end-to-end experience. I mean, from the realtor to the client who buys property from us, we are willing to help them enjoy the proceeds of their investment. And then for mission, our mission is very clear and simple, which is to source land options at strategic locations with the best returns on investment that has appreciation value. So when you find us buy properties, you will notice a very simple milestone, which is the quality of the product that we buy. We always position ourselves to strategic development. We don't just buy land because we need land to sell. We buy land because we are buying a land that will help the client make wealth, and also the realtor make some good wealth. Because if the property is good, it is easier to sell. So we consider both parties in our transaction. That allows us to make quality decisions that help them make some sales. And then for our core values, very straightforward: flexibility, efficiency, empathy, and excellence. Okay, for the course of time, I'm going to ask you to please allow me to not explain all of these. Okay, so I'm trying to disable people from muting themselves. So these core values, we hold them so dear. And if you love excellence, which is a part I love so much about our core value, we welcome you to do business with us. I still maintain what I said. If you follow me from the day 1 to the day 90, you are going to make 5 million. Just follow the process, follow the principles, and the result will remain the same. One of the things devil cannot destroy is process, okay? One of the things the enemy cannot destroy is process. If you understand process and timing, you will take advantage of times and seasons. So having said that, let's go ahead to business. So first of all, let me introduce myself again. My name is Obinna, and I'm the Chief Operations Officer for Frontline Homes. I am so sure you need to listen to me because I've been doing this thing for the past 12 years. I left the university in 2011, and since I left school, I've been in the business of selling. I've been selling to people. I've sold different kinds of products. I've sold digital products. I've sold physical products. I've sold cookwares. I've sold anything you can ever think of, okay? I have my first degree in marketing, have an MBA with Nextford, and I also have some quality certifications from Metropolitan University, UK. I'm also furthering my ability to understand how people can be led with efficiency and innovation. Okay, I have a popular show I host once in a month. It is called the Sales Sunday School, where I guide participants through engaging sessions designed to help them grow and succeed in their sales journey. So I am the best guy to help you achieve success, which is why I'm saying tonight you need to have your pen and paper, pay attention, and ask any question you have about sales, as I'm ready to answer them tonight. To save time, let's make progress. So let's talk about sales. Now, most of the fresh graduates that have just got into the labor market has issues with sales. I mean, most of them. I've been able to sit in different interviews where we have applicants walk into the room. And when we propose that what we are offering is a sales role, they are always in a hurry to shrink. They're always in a hurry to say, oh, no, I can't do this. I'm not willing to chase targets. They just want to sit and be paid. But the truth is, we don't always remember that sales is the lifeblood of every business. For all the startups we have erupting from the Silicon Valley and to all the tech startups in Nigeria and Africa as a whole, it is difficult to find this ecosystem survive without the sales industry. So if you design a fantastic digital product and there's nobody to buy the product, you are at a disadvantage. So even if you are selling on WhatsApp or you are selling on Facebook, on Instagram, and you keep hearing run ads, do this, do that, all of those activities you are doing is to enable you make sales. So without sales, there's no revenue to sustain the business or grow it. So for realtors, I want you to understand that the word realtor identifies you as someone that sells a kind of product. So a realtor and a banker has the same job. A realtor and the guy who has been employed as a marketer in a bank has the same responsibility. Their responsibility is to bring in profit that grows the business. So you need to understand that sales would always be here. Pastor Sampson said something at the summit. He said there are dying industries and there are growing industries. regardless of what both industry does. That is one stagnant industry that takes charge of both industries. I mean, this industry will never move because we are the lifeline of both businesses. So for every growing business to survive, we need a salespeople. So as a realtor, I want you to understand that for you to succeed and make what we have said we're going to get in the next 90 days, you have to have the mindset of a salesperson. Okay? You have the mindset of a salesperson. So being a salesperson enables you to see the big picture and then stick to it. But it has a mindset that comes with it. That mindset is what I call enthusiasm and determination. Now, for some of us, you need to find out that it is not always easy to handle objection. Most salespeople pull out when they start getting objections. Some people can't deal with no. When they say, chief, can you buy this bottle for me? And they say, no, I'm not buying. They feel disadvantaged. They feel like, oh, the world has crumbled. Why am I getting a no? But the truth is that it is your enthusiasm and determination that will help you to focus. And as a salesperson also, one of the mistakes that we make is that we are focused on selling. A salesman does not sell. Yes, a salesman does not focus to sell. A good salesman should be focused on creating value, focus on helping people. People are willing to part away their money when they know that you want to help them. That is why when you want to book a flight, you pay them because they want to help you save time. They want to help you fly you to the closest location where you want to go to. When it's about solving a problem, we are always willing to part away with our money. But for everybody you meet on the way to sales, one of the reasons why they pull out of the transaction is that you are trying to sell to them. But if your focus is to help them solve a problem, they are willing to make an investment. Now, from today, I want you to start seeing yourself as a solution provider. What solution are you bringing? You are helping them buy land that is good, that has no encumbrances. You're helping them buy land that will grow in value. You're helping them get investment that their children and their children's children can reap from. So you need to start seeing yourself. There are so many solutions that you can relate to buying a landed property. Go ahead and make some research. Understand the features, benefits, and incentive of a product you are selling. If you understand what I call the FBI, it is easier for you to sell. So the last but not the least, which is what I want us to focus on, because if we identify who the customers are, if we're able to define who we're looking for, it is easier for us to sell and even craft a strategy that attracts them. Now, for most of us in real estate, if you're a startup or a tech person, you'd have been used to the word persona. Persona helps you identify your ideal customer. Earlier today, I was talking to my team at the office, and I said, you need to understand the power of segmentation. That is why Peak Milk has 3 crowns, but it's the same product. Okay, they find a way to generalize their products to match a particular set of people. So as a salesperson, when you see us share a flyer on the platform and we say Graceview Gardens is sold for 6 million per plot, and then we said Greenland Estate is sold for 3.5 million per plot, and then we say Legacy City is sold for 1.2 million naira per unit. Now, what you need to ask yourself, you're not supposed to forward the flyer straight up to everybody you see. As a good salesperson, what you need to do is to go to your archive of contact and say, from my segmentation, who deserves to buy this property? Who do I think has a capacity to buy this one? Who do I think this would be the best for? Let me also say, if I move ahead, as a salesperson, always remember to start from the most expensive. Don't be in a hurry to share the cheapest product. I am not joking. I have been selling, but I've tried my best to avoid selling Legacy City because to me, I think that's not the kind of client I want to grow. So I'm able to manage my customers to see themselves being able to buy land that they can start developing in no time. But as you are starting up, I don't want you to go as far as I've gone. I want you to start with being able to identify who your customers are and being able to sell to them without losing a sale. So having said that, let us look at a personal example. Now look at this. Whenever you have a product launched out, you need to start asking yourself, okay, let me rephrase. Okay, now that we've said we're going to go on a 90-day journey to sell, I want you, first of all, to divide your contacts into 5. Go to your phone and divide your contact into 5. Get a document or a paper and draw out your customer persona. How do I identify who I need to sell to? Listen, guys, the market is massive. Let's not even go about to the guys, the young guys, the Gen Zs who are being exposed to multiples of funds due to digital economy. They are exposed, some of them are doing Bitcoins, some are doing different kinds of things that is exposing them to finance. Those guys are the first-time home buyers. They are excited about funds. Some of them are fresh graduates who are just getting a job in a bank or in an oil company who just started off life newly. These are the first-time buyers. Now, one of the ways you can solve a problem and sell to a client is to understand their pain points. What do I think will be a concern for this person at this stage? Now, when I address this concern, it is easier for them to subscribe to what I'm doing. Now, for instance, this is my own persona I've developed. I have called these people the first-time home buyers, young professionals. Now, you find them in different industries. First of all, they're mid-level bankers, they're tech professionals, UI, UX, front end, back end. Some of them are civil servants. They do not earn so much, but at least they have an income level of 250K to 800K. People like these, what they want is land that is not too far, but not too expensive. Now, they are looking forward to having an affordable mortgage in case you have a product that looks like house they can buy from. They are willing to part away with 100K every month to buy land. Okay? So these people, you find most of them single or newly married. For those above 28, you find them married with their spouse. They are able to manage their resources together to start looking forward to owning properties together. So we call them the first-time home buyers. Their pain point is high property prices. When you mention 6 million, it scares them. Okay? So you manage their expectation. They have fear of hidden charges. They are those ones that will ask you questions till you get tired. Okay? So you segment them and look forward to selling products that will address their pain point. Okay, they're looking for small estates, service estates that, okay, we're not ready to build now. Maybe in the next 4, 5 years, 6 years, we could start building. Those are properties they look forward to. So if you have them in this segment, when you have such properties, you sell to them. Okay, the next guy is what I call the real estate investor. Now, this is the level every realtor looks forward to. Finding those guys who are willing to do an outright payment for quality estates, people that are willing to buy Aramanda, people that are willing to buy outright for Graceview Gardens, people that are willing to buy acres of Greenland estates, okay? These guys are looking for high yield investment. Now, we have most of them at Greenland and at Graceview. We have people who bought 15 plots at Graceview, at Greenland either, okay? They want to buy quality products. They want to buy things that has high return on investment, and Greenland Estate ticks off those boxes. So whenever I have such products, what I do is to forward to them. I have clients that would never set their eyes on Legacy City until it is sold out because it is not for them. So there are products that when they launch them, I turn a blind eye because they are not my customers, okay? I look forward to younger people I can sell it to. So I've been able to segment my contacts into 5 personas. So the investors are those that are looking forward to commercial property. They're the ones that are trying to preserve wealth. They have really, really hard portfolios. So they're no longer in a hurry to make an investment. They just want to buy and then do a quick turnover. They want to buy in multiples, hand over to the next generation, and just enjoy themselves. So when I find such people, I know what to sell to them. Now, why am I saying this? Most of us will go and be dropping content to people that don't need it. That is why realtors feel discouraged if they've not sold in 1 month, because they have not done the homework of segmenting and profiling their contacts. If you profile your contacts, your challenges have been reduced. Your chance of selling increases because you have an understanding of who to sell to and what to sell to the person. And that level is what I call the diaspora. So that I didn't correct this exactly. The diaspora, those in the diaspora, the healthcare professionals, these ones, they are also looking forward to investing at home. So for you to motivate them, we need to find a way to let them know the value of bringing their wealth home. They want to have rental income so that people at home will stop disturbing them. They want to have something back in case Trump decides to send them home. Okay, they are willing to, have something back home. They're getting money in dollars, and with the inflation over here, their money has more value to buy them more products here. That if they have to come back home, they have something to rely on. Okay, so you're able to use those motivation. You don't just say, see these estates. Use their buying motivation to sell to them. So for the high-end investor here, his motivation is wealth preservation, passive income, and portfolio diversification. The first guy, his motivation is stability, investment for future, family security. He's a young guy. He wants to have what will last him for a long time, what his kids can have, something that when he retires tomorrow, he can go and build a 3-bed and stay with his wife the day he goes to be with the Lord. He's not looking forward to portfolio yet. He just wants to start having that feeling of a new landowner. Okay, so back to diaspora. So diaspora are those who are in the UK, in the US, in Canada, the UAE. They are looking forward to secure a home for retirement. Okay, they want something that, okay, if I come back to Nigeria, I'm able to have this place to stay to myself. Or they're looking forward to do something for their family to enjoy, so they could save some money from paying rent. For them, most they're looking forward to an investment that doubles their money back home. Okay, so you use their buying motivation to sell to them. Pay attention to the buying motivation, because if you segment your customers according to this persona, you would know what to sell to the person and the words to use to close them. Now, let me say this. It is easier to close a client if you understand their pain point and then you motivate them through what to motivate them. I wish we were in a physical class right now. We'll have done some role play where we look at the kind of objections that can come from these people. By the way, I will be in Ibadan in the month of March for a physical class where we'll practice some of these things. And I am sure your business will not remain the same. But nevertheless, while we list all of these personas, I want you to please try writing them down. By the way, I'm going to share the slide on the platform through a PDF file, so you can also look at them again and create your own persona and look forward to having sales from them. Another one is the middle class family buyer. Okay, these are government workers, small business owners, and teachers. They don't earn so much. Okay, but all they want is to just have, well, I'm 35 years old. I will soon retire. I'm 45. Look at what have I done for myself. They're beginning to have that feeling of retirement. They're beginning to have that feeling of, I've worked so hard. What have I gotten for myself? Okay, so at this point, what their pain point is affordable payment plan. These are people that, okay, they've bought land before, that no longer surprised about buying land. All they want is a payment plan that can fit into their earning. Okay, they don't want too much. They want something very simple that they can invest their money in and they're able to pay small and not be under any pressure. They have met together as husband and wife and say, okay, this is what we can afford. Give us 4 months to be done. Can I get 6 months? Can I get 4 months? So at this level, they are combining energy to own a property for their children. Okay, just a little something that won't be too much for them. They're tired of rent. Okay, so when you identify such family, you look for estates that are ready to be developed in 2-3 years. By the way, our Greenland estate, if you're not aware, we will start building there by May 2025. That means in 3 months' time, we're going to start developing Greenland estate, building houses for people to live. Okay, so when we have such families, you know what to sell to them. Now, the last but not the least is Shegu. Okay, sorry, I didn't know how this thing didn't save. So Shegu is called the land banking investor. Now, Shegu is most of us, okay, who are looking for lands that would develop in the future. Shegu wants to buy lands at low prices and hold them for future appreciation, which is where Legacy City comes in. So the name Legacy City was adopted to show that you are saving for legacy. You are saving to save for a long time. Okay, so Shegu and people at his category, regardless of what they earn, they are willing to buy 3 units of Legacy City, 4 units, 5 units, and they are willing to hold for future appreciation. Imagine that you are buying Legacy City today at 600K, saving over 50%. And in the next 2 years, the same Legacy City will be worth over 4.5 million. Now, let me tell you, if you don't know how real estate works, real estate depends on development strive. And one of the things that we do very right at Frontline Homes is that we don't joke with development. We don't. Okay? You find us investing most of our resources on development. If we have done a turnover of $500 million, we have spent over 360 million back on our project. Because we believe that if our clients' properties are developed and they have more ROI, they are willing to buy more from us. We're going to be in business for a long time. So the same estates you're looking at, the way it is, if you go back there in the next 6 months, you won't believe the level of development we have there. By the way, we have projections that Greenland Estate will be sold 6.5 million by June 2025. And Legacy City will be worth 3 million before the end of this year. So if you have a customer or a client who is looking forward to having a quick turnover on their resources, let them buy any of this estate. Either you buy Legacy City or you buy Greenland. I mean, I have some clients on this call who bought Greenland Estate for 1.8 million. The same Greenland is worth over 3 million. So in less than 1 year, this is because of the quality of development we do on our properties. So when you define your persona the way you've done, that is your first step to success in real estate. Do not start any business without a business plan. Well, let's don't worry about business plan here because Frontline have written the plan. You cannot have a different plan from what we're chasing. And for most of us here, you're freelancers. You are selling for other real estate companies. That is fine. So, but this person will help you. So even if you have a brief of products that needs to be sold, you already identify who falls in where they are and how to sell to them because you now understand their pain point and you are able to deal with their buying motivation to help them buy. So for the land banking investor, his motivation is wealth creation, long-term investment, and resale potential. Anybody who falls into that category should rush Legacy City because it is almost selling out. So when you define your persona, it is easier for you to identify what to focus on. So that you don't just hustle here and there talking to people who are not your audience. But when your persona is defined, you know what to sell to Mr. A and what to sell to Mr. B. Moving forward, let us go into selling step by step. The truth is that if we have defined our customers, it is now time for us to sell. Now, there are 6 simple steps to selling, which we're going to be sharing tonight. 1 is prospecting, 2, approach, presentation, handling objections, and closing. These are the 6 major steps you take towards closing. But the truth is that you cannot succeed in sales if you don't build trust. Now, when a customer is asking you about a property, one of the things they want to find out is who and who is even buying this land. I bet you that when you're trying to sell to a customer, at the back of their mind, they're like, you really sure people are buying this place? Who is staying there? That is why we do not joke with testimonials. Okay? So ask for testimonials and reviews about a particular project. Find out what people who own properties there think about the property. Because those testimonials will show you the credibility of the project. And that will also develop trust between you, the seller, and the buyer. And then you need to understand the power of persuasive communication. Always learn to speak in benefit and not jargon. Don't come and be using, don't let titles confuse you. Titles are the last things in the scheme of things. Let them understand, first of all, development growth. Unless the title is the selling point, for those who are crazy about CFO and governor's consent, okay, then you can focus on that, but don't focus on jargons, okay? And what we don't know is that one of the fastest way to sell is the art of storytelling. And I'm going to be teaching us this art by the time we meet in the month of March, the art of storytelling. If you are able to tell stories, you can emotionally connect with your audience and get them to buy what you want. So when you understand this tool and know how to make this transition, your chance of selling increases. But again, let's look at the process before we move forward. So this is what we call the sales process. Professional salespeople often go through 7 steps when helping a customer make a purchase. First of all, the first thing they go through is what I call, sorry, I'm trying to get something right. A minute. All right. 1 minute, please. Okay. The first thing is what we call, sorry, I'm trying to get something right. Apologies. So please don't fail to drop your questions on the platform, and I will help you answer them at the right time. So the first thing is understanding what the customer's need is. If you understand what the customer's need is, your chance of selling increases. For most of us, we have verbal diarrhea. You know, when you call a customer, you don't pay attention to understand what they want. You just open your mouth, you start saying, bah, 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 bah. You are not taking your time to understand exactly what the customer wants. A customer can be giving you a buying signal through their objection, but you are more focused on selling than understanding the customer. So I tell people that when you approach a customer, which is the first step, what you need to do is to determine their need. What does Mr. Shegun want? Am I really paying attention to what he's interested in? Is Mr. Shegun a land banking person, or is Mr. Shegun someone that wants a land he can start building on? So when you understand all of this, it helps you understand what to sell to Mr. Shegun, and that will also help you understand what will matter to him at that point. It is only when you understand Mr. Shegun's need that you can start presenting your flyers. I'll say it again. When you approach a client, the first thing to do is not to send your flyer. The first thing to do is to identify, what does this customer want? What kind of persona is he? What kind of product do I think will appeal to this customer? Now, when that is determined, that is the only time you have to present your product. But if you present a product without understanding what the client needs, how then can you do a proper sales? Because it's only when you understand the client's need and then you present your product, any objection he brings, you're going to use his buying motivation to close him. Did you see that? When you present a product from understanding the client's need, any objection he brings, you are able to close that sale using their buying motivation. But if it doesn't work that way, you suggest an available option for him to buy. That is why in Frontline Homes, we have 3 products that support itself, okay, one another. So you need to understand how these things work. You approach a customer, you determine what their need is through conversations. You pay more attention, speak less, and listen more while you're trying to sell to a client. Because if you have verbal diarrhea, your chance of selling is very slim. But when you understand a customer's pain point, it is easier for you to sell to the customer. And then from there, whatever objection he says, boom, you close it. And if you don't have what he needs, you suggest what will solve the problem for the customer. And that is how you not just sell to the customer, but you make them customers for a very long time. So while we do this again, there are several platforms you need to take very seriously as a realtor. First of all is Instagram, WhatsApp, and LinkedIn. Okay, I am sure that most of us believe that Facebook is also good. Yeah, fantastic. Facebook is good. But for you to attract quality people, most times you find them on LinkedIn, Instagram, and most times WhatsApp, which is where you have to go for prospecting. For most of us, I don't know how often we do this, but I've told my team that's a very simple formula to succeed. If you must succeed in real estate, make it mandatory that you have to speak to 5 people daily. Make it a task for yourself that on your way to work, if you're working anywhere, you have to speak to at least 2 people, connect with them, network and say, hi, my name is this, how are you doing? Connect, get contact, build a contact base of people that looks forward to meeting you again, okay? You can get 5 people every day and do it 5 times in a week, that's 25. If you do it 4 times in a month, that's 100. If you work on those 100 leads, there is no way you cannot sell 3 to 4 in a law of average, okay? So you need to understand the power of networking. So digital tools that are effective, like we've recommended and we've seen that it has been working, is Instagram, WhatsApp, and LinkedIn. Most of the leads that we get from Facebook are mostly unqualified leads and they're not ready to buy. And again, you need to start having the skill of storytelling. do not joke with testimonials, you know. And for those of us who have not experienced real estate personally, you need to leverage on other people's story to succeed. And then networking is one thing you should never joke with. Don't joke with events and networking activities. Always be in a hurry to introduce yourself to people. And let me tell you, not just people. In real estate and high ticket products, we do not joke with profiling. Profiling means that I've entered an event and I'm sizing you up. Apologies. It might look offensive to other people, but I'm going to use my eyes to check the kind of phone you're using, check the kind of wristwatch you're wearing, check the quality of your shoe, or the kind of material you use to make your dress. Why am I looking out for those virtues? Because when I see you look that dapper, I already know that you're my customer. But when I come close to shake you and the body odor is too much, most times I reduce the energy. So when you network, don't just network for quality and attractive relationships that will help you succeed in your business. Okay? So going forward, most of the time we try to sell, there are different challenges that show up. And one of them is most customers are bent on return on investment. Most of them, all the things that throws them off balance is return on investment. They're like, okay, for those who want to do land banking, how much will I sell in 5 months? How much will I sell in 1 year? How much will I sell in 2 years? So those objections are always coming true. So you have to also understand what they call rejection. Most salespeople always feel emotional when they are rejected. Listen, I have been abused. If I tell you my story as a cookware seller, where I go to people's houses to cook for them, I've gone to a client's house and they walked me out under the rain. Okay? You don't want to know my story as a salesperson. I have been through a lot. I have trekked from Oshodi to Ikeja under bridge, if you know the distance, just to save money. You know, that's why those guys that used to do GNL, that used to pity them sometimes, it may not be their fault. So you can also use your rejection story as a pitch to improve your pitch, the feedback you get. When people give you a rejection, find out why they rejected you. What could be the reason why they're rejecting you? Pay attention to it and work on your pitch. Again, time management, people don't have time, okay? Which also now prioritize your lead and set daily sales goals to track your progress. Most salespeople are living their life by chance. They are living their life by, okay, whatever happens, happens. No, I've told my team back in the office, I said, have a daily sales target. For me, my target in a week is sell 4 plots, okay? I have targets to sell 4 plots weekly. So when I don't do 4 plots in a week, I feel disadvantaged. So you can also have the same goal, because if the goal is not clear, you're going to accept anything that happens to you. But when your goal is clear about what you expect from your business, you will chase it. If you are going to say, okay, as a newbie and as a rookie, I am looking forward to selling 2 plots in a week. So how do I sell 2 plots? It is in the definition of the goal that the how shows up. But most salespeople just know that, okay, I will just see a flyer, I will sell. No, you have to be strategic and specific with your expectations. It is when it is clear that the how to achieve it now comes out. Okay, so going forward, again, you need to also understand how to use closing skills. For instance, we are running a promo, which is a very good way to close people. Okay, let them know the time limited discount. I am not joking. I shared a receipt today about a client, a realtor that sold, and that same realtor sold again this evening. And for over 24 hours, the realtor has closed 3 sales on Legacy City. That is 360,000 naira in 24 hours. Now, if this realtor does 10 plots out of that, he has made 1.2 million in 1 week. So this guy has set a goal for himself and he hasn't stopped. He hasn't stopped. How did he do it? He wrote down a list of people he expected and he chased them. Okay? You need to also understand how to retain customers. Do not abuse relationships. Understand the power of referrals. Treat people right, even if you're not real, fake it. Okay, if you have to, until you start learning how to be real. Okay, learn how to retain customers. I just shared a voice note to my MD earlier today where a customer I sold to while he was in South Africa came back to Ibadan in December. When I took him to Greenland, he bought an extra plot. While we were on our way to the site, he called 3 of his friends in the US and in the UK. Even this morning, he's still referring me to people. What is the secret? The secret is in my retention strategy. Before you take my client from me, it's either I am dead or I've changed business. But as long as I'm selling real estate, you cannot sell to my client because he believes I have the best deal for him. So you need to understand how to do after sales support. Most of the clients I sold Graceview Gardens to bought Greenland Estate. As I'm talking to you, they're also gearing up to buy Legacy City. This is because of my after sales support. Most realtors do not want to get involved in the process. Yes, the company will do the rest of the job, but you need to also understand and be involved in satisfying your customer. Do not just leave it for the organization. That way, you are in charge of your sales business. Okay? Moving forward, these are just the few products I just talked about that you can take advantage of. The Graceview Gardens is our most precious estate. If you notice, we don't usually talk about this product anywhere. Okay? If you have a client who's in the diaspora, this is a perfect deal for them. I mean, this is something, if you want something in the heart of Lagos that is growing with speed, the Graceview Gardens ticks off those boxes. And in 2 days' time, it will go back to 6 million. So if you have anybody right now who is interested in getting a land in Ketu, all they need to do to lock it down is 500K. Okay, 500K and they are good to go. Okay, they would have saved over 50% of the cost of land. Again, we have the green land, some few commercial plots available. At Greenland, you can buy a land at 1 million naira currently, which after 15, it will go back to its normal price. And then we have the Legacy City, which is almost selling out. I learned that some clients went for inspection there today, and I'm sure they're making decisions to get 1 or 2 units for themselves. Okay, so it's selling for 600K now, and by Saturday, it will come back to 1.2 million. Okay, so we have the investment. That's what I want to do, investment. Maybe they buy land from us, we sell for them in 1 year. We give them their profits. They don't have to keep the land. So if you have friends in diaspora or anywhere who want to buy land and do a quick turnover, we have what we call the buy to sell. So at Legacy City, we have an investment you can do for 550,000 naira, and in 12 months, you get 742,500. In 18 months, you get 852,500. In 2 years, you get almost 1 million naira for 150 square meters. So these information are available. We're going to share them on the platform for you to have more details. So apart from those who want to buy to keep, we also have products where they can buy, and we help them sell back. We are sure we would sell, okay? So if they buy on the 1st of March, by the 1st of March next year, they will get their money. We have paid out some money to those who invested last year, and we are still taking some investment with just few units available before we close it. So having said that, we also have something for realtors. So if you're a realtor here, I would also advise realtors, I said, don't sell what you don't have. That is where the place of personal experience comes in. So if you're a realtor and you want to own a plot of land, this is an advantage for you to take. Now, there's no date to this. We only have 10 units available for this. So if you're a realtor here and you are interested to buy land for yourself and pay small, we are giving you an opportunity to come and buy the Legacy City for an affordable price. Just do initial deposit of 100,000, and then you spread the balance for 5 months at no interest. Okay, no pressures. As long as you're selling, we are good. And even agree to take some part of your land payment from your commissions, and before you know it, become a landlord. Because when this land grows in value, your happiness will know no bounds. Okay, this is us looking forward for a way that we can make our realtors happy for working so hard and for them to also own a property. So if you are here as a realtor and you want to get land for yourself, I would encourage you to buy the Legacy City for 500K and then watch your land grow in value. So because of time, let me also say this. For any sale you make within this period from now to 15th, you're going to get 20% flat commission on any sale made within this period, and 5% if the person you referred have sold and it has been fully paid for. So having said that, let me also mention some things. For some of us who are on the platform, who have been seeing me make some posts and a couple of other content I'll be sharing, we have a reward program for everybody. And let me also explain, asking you to show up for meetings like this is very important. Why is it important? Meetings like this allows us the opportunity to share with you current information that will grow your business. This is where we'll let you know where we are going as a company and what you should look forward to. So for everything you do with Frontline Homes, that is a reward for you. Now, we're going to be having our award ceremony at the end of every year. So how do we make that decision? For those of us who are on the platform, these are things that will also make you understand that we value and appreciate everything that you do. Now, for instance, for everything you do, you're going to earn a point. And each of these points has a value that you're going to get out of it. Now, for those of us who have signed up as realtors, in case you paid to be a realtor, because by the way, people pay to join us, but for the cost of the event we did, we have made it free of charge for those who came for the summit. So to be an associate frontline business owner with us, you pay $35,000. To be a consulting FBO, you pay $10,000. So for all of these, there are different benefits of being there. But for all of us on this call who joined through the event, you're earning 10%, and there is no dispute about that. But for every sale you make a 5 points. For any referral you make, you have a point. I'm going to share all of these because of time. It's in our culture to do our meetings for just 1 hour, so you can go ahead and enjoy your evening. We don't plan to stay more than an hour. Longer meetings will happen, physical meetings, but for Zoom calls, we understand the part of attention, so we'll maximize the next 1 hour, and then we're done for the day. So I'm going to share this so we can all look at it on the platform and understand there's advantage in what we do. For those who respond to my posts when I share them on the platform and you give me thumbs up, that is a reward for engaging, okay? That is a reward for engaging. Why do we look out for all of these things? Because it helps us understand your commitments to growth. So when we see you post on social media and post different places and do so many things, we look out for those things and we appreciate you for it. And by the way, I'm going to share a number on the platform. Please save it so we can see your status and also encourage you, okay? See your status helps us know what you're doing right and what you can improve on, because we just don't want you to make money. We want to make you a rounded individual who can have their own business and succeed, okay? So just to show you the benefit of the point, now, if at the end of the year, you have 200 points, we're going to subscribe you for 1 year HMO. That means for the next year, we're going to take charge of your health. So if you are sick, the bill is on us. So if at the end of the year, you have 350 points, we will get you a smartphone. We'll get you a smartphone. So if at the end of the year, you have 500 points, we'll get you a washing machine. In fact, there is a way you can also win a car if you get 2,000 points. So what you need to do is to get this brochure that I'm going to be sharing on the platform and find out how you can maximize engagement as a tool to make some money and extra benefits with us. So having said that, there are so many program rules that you need to pay attention to. Number one is that you cannot transfer your points. You cannot bring or transfer your points from the last year to a new year. And again, you need to be active to take advantage of that. You cannot keep engaging after a while. You go off and then you come back again and then you say you want to continue. We'll have to reset the point. And again, you cannot make point. Two friends cannot gather and say, let's do our point to get the phone. No, each individual is treated uniquely, and you'll be getting a report of your performance at the end of the month. So what are we trying to do? We understand the power of engaging the human mind. The human mind understands reward. So we're using a reward system to help you get success for yourselves. Because if you follow the principle that we've shared on this platform, it will help you thrive in business. Like you've heard me today, one of the things you need to do tonight and the rest of the weekend is to design your persona. Divide your customers and your contacts into 5 places. In these 5 places, it will help you get focused on who to sell and what to sell to them. Now, why have we done this today? I don't want to give you too many information. My idea today and what I want to achieve today is to teach you how to segment. So when we get the segmenting right, we'll now go into selling and closing. Okay, we've been able to introduce sales and show you how and what sales is all about and understand the power of sales. Sales remain the lifeline of every business. Nothing survives without sales. So don't just show up and think that sales will happen by magic. No, sales won't happen by magic. Okay, sales will not happen by magic. It is only by principle and by doing the lay down strategies. So to save time, I'm going to share this on the platform and then for us to look at and then ask questions. So finally, and just to understand that building a sales funnel is very important. I'm also going to talk about that in our next class, which will include understanding sales funnel and understanding the factor of cost. Why is real estate expensive? People think it's expensive. Why? Why does it have to be that amount? I'm going to teach you because you need to also understand how to defend and explain why real estate is that choice and that pricing. And you also have to recommend your customers to refer you. If you have a happy customer, how you can get them to refer you. Okay, this is 8:51 already, and I want to take questions. If you have questions, please go ahead and ask your questions. If you have any question, please unmute yourself and ask your question. While that is happening, okay, I think we have some questions here. Somebody said, business. Okay, do you have a question, Mary? Let me start with you, Mary.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mary. Please go ahead.
Yes, I have. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mary.
My question: someone wants a, like maybe somebody wants a where you don't have a land. How can you to make his mind choose entirely? That's number one. And I also ask, as a company, how can you do it when you don't have a land in one particular area? Do you have another person that you can lead us to that? You can get land from this person in this area when the customer insists of that same location that there is no land. That's number one that I want to ask. Number two, what I want to ask, that's number one.
Okay. Number two. Have another question, or should I just answer this one?
Okay. The number two question, what you have talked about.
I'm struggling to hear you.
Really understand. I love the aspect. I love G. Sir, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What did you say?
What I'm saying is that you know that people that number three is about the about us, because we have some people that we have ginger that are just building networking, that they are not they don't have a strong people. What are because there are some people that are slow learner, we have some people that are fast learner. As we teach them like this, they have strategic people to talk to, they have how to build their customers. But there are some people that they have not community, they don't have some people. What can they do? That's to ask.
Okay, the truth is that you can learn any skill. Okay, let me start from the last question. If I get you correct, you said for those who are not able to network strongly, right? Is that what you're saying? Do you mind typing your question, Mary? I'm struggling to hear the last question. Well, let me start with the first.
Okay.
Okay, let me start with the first. The first one you said, how do you convince a customer who wants a land where you don't have a land? Now, first of all, you need to establish, like I said, understand why this customer wants this land in this place, okay? And it is okay not to have a land where the customer wants. Thirdly, you can also, if the customer doesn't have a reason for wanting a land there, for people who are crazy about Lagos State, blah, 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 and they said, I want Lagos, I want Lagos. I'm always asking them, do you know where you will retire in the next 10 years? There are three reasons why we'll buy real estate. One is investment, two is for legacy, and then three is for income. So you need to understand what the motivation for buying is. If they want to build in Lagos because they work in Ekpe and they want to live close to Ekpe, it's a clear reason. You don't have it because there are issues, there are underlying issues that come with buying from people you don't understand their buying process. I am sure about my organization. I am not too sure about others. Even though I will have sister organizations that we all can actually vouch for. We have a company in Abeokuta that we know their properties are good. We know how they buy their properties. We also understand their buying process and how quality their lands are. Okay. So apart from that, we only recommend organizations that we know and that we trust. Okay. So that way, if a customer wants what I don't have, I will try to sell the value of what I have as alternative and give them reasons using their buying motivation. Or it is okay not to have what they want. Okay, but let them know that, okay, in case you want here, this is also what I have. Most times when people insist on what they want, it's not really, because if you want something true, you should have the money. But most people that insist that way do not really have enough money to afford what they're asking for. But nevertheless, no matter how bad it is, it's also important that we know that I must not have what they need unless we have it. If not, let them buy from somebody else. But if you can convince them to buy from you, fantastic. Again, part of what I will also teach us in this training is the part of presentation. So there's so much to learn on this course. So when we call for Zoom meetings, please do not miss anyone, because you're going to learn a whole lot that will grow your business and also improve your skill. I hope I've been able to answer your question. Thank you. Okay, so I'm getting some private messages. Deyinka, please, I will send you my number. Chat me up on WhatsApp. Let's have that conversation because of time, since it's private. And again, for who else? Okay, yes, somebody asked some questions. Stephen Ojo said, okay, a lot of things they want to have in mind and get more sales. Branding. Okay, so yes, we can teach you how to do that. Please reach out to Abraham. Abraham will, guide you on what to do. Abraham is on the platform. He's the third admin. He's going to teach us digital marketing on this course sometime next week. We're going to teach us how to create pages and how to use our branding materials for success. Yes, we're going to give you so many things with t-shirts. We're going to give you t-shirts for marketing, and also going to provide you there's some leads. We're going to share some leads this period. We'll share some leads to some serious realtors. How do we know serious realtors? People who have showed up for this meeting. Okay. While we're on this call, we'll have staff members who are paying attention to those that attended the meeting, and we refer them as serious realtors, and they're the ones that will give materials for success. So people who don't show up for meetings like this, we don't really see them as serious, because if you're a student of knowledge and you want to grow, you have to show up at class. Okay. So yes, there are platforms. Abraham will teach all of that. Yes, you can. You don't need any approval. They are your customers. You can market, you can run your ad. But like I said, let Abraham teach you. Have a professional who understands how to run ad and also how to target the right customers. Please don't waste your resources until you speak with Abraham. Abraham is available. Abraham, please chat, drop a message on the group for them to reach out to you on the platform for the billionaires, for them chat you up there and have access to you directly. Okay. So, okay, any other question before we go? It's almost 9 p.m. Is yes, we're going to share the recordings of this meeting on the
Somebody asked a
platform.
question that how can
Good evening.
have points? Somebody dropped the question.
Yes,
Hello,
so,
good evening.
yeah, sorry, Barry, but I will get back to you 1 second, Barry. So we have community managers that we're going to introduce to you by tomorrow morning. Now, these community managers,
Somebody dropped a question that
that's what I'm trying to explain, Mary. So we'll have community managers that will be giving you feedback on your points. By the time you study all of this, every week, they're going to send you a mail on a WhatsApp chat telling you how many points you've gained, showing you evidence of how the point is being recorded. Okay? Why are we doing this? So that all these strategies that we are sharing, that you are applying them. Because if I'm making boast to say that you will achieve so amount of money in 90 days, you need to have done the activity to get the result. Okay. So that activity is what we want to measure. That activity is want to help you push, because sometimes the human mind requires an extra push to get things done. So this community manager job is to help you do success so that if you're consistent with this thing for 90 days and you don't sell, it means we need to review your strategy. So we're not willing to watch you waste 90 days with no result. We want to always review your performance. For some of us, you might be getting emails from us or a call asking for a personal session. Because if you've not sold in 1 month, I'm going to have a meeting with you one-on-one to find out what the problem is because you have to sell. Okay, I have never raised a team that does not produce results. So if in 1 month you have not sold, please book a session with me and let's talk. If you think you need help, please reach out to me. Let's book a Zoom section. I'll give you 30 minutes of my time in a day and let's discuss how we can help you succeed. So beyond having general meetings like these, some of us will have a privilege of having me on a one-on-one session where we discuss your business and how you can get results. I am fully committed to making this happen and we will get it right. Okay, Mark. Mark asked a question. How can we segment our audience if most of our contacts are youth and teens? How can he or she network to get a larger audience? Fantastic. Thank you for that beautiful question, Mark. Um, First of all, Mike, I want you to understand that this is your level, it is fine. Okay, we have a product for students. Now, if you cannot sell to these people, you can invest your energy in recruiting people, Mark. If your friends are young, you don't know who their uncles are, you don't know who their relatives are, recruit them to come and do real estate. For every land they sell with Frontline Homes, you're going to earn a 5%. Think about this, Mark. If you have 20 young people who are selling land every week or every month through their uncles, you don't even know who they know, and you earn 5% from them, think about how much you would make if they sell 3 million per plot. Think about how much money you can make just by letting them understand what's creation. Let me also say this, if you're a young person, it takes an average of 10 years to build wealth. An average of 10 years. So if you start now as a student, make all the mistakes, learn all the lessons, deal with all the rejections, make all the mistakes. In the next 5 to 6, 7 years, when you're done with school, your mates will not see your back. Because even if you decide not to do real estate after school, you must have learned the art of sales that any business you launch, you already understands how to sell and how to move your business forward. That is the secret to real estate. So you're not wasting your time here. So your effort to work is good. That is why in the diaspora, most of the guys who school abroad, they are giving some time to work. Okay? The idea of allowing them to work some hours in a week is to teach them the grit of survival. That even when they leave school, they are able to survive without depending on the government for anything. Okay? I hope I've been able to answer that question. Any more questions before we go? Because of time.
Yes, I have a question here.
Please, Barry, ask your question.
All right, my question is regarding those people that want to, buy property and then sell in the next probably 12 months or 24 months. So
Okay.
now the rector that brings them on board, like how does is it the commission for that? How does it work?
Yeah, you get your commission 10%. You get 10%.
Okay, for any property being sold.
Yes.
All right.
When
And
you bring them
also,
and they pay for investment, you get your 10%. Yes.
and also the referral part. Like, how do you know that, okay, the referral from so and so, and what link are we going to be giving to them to register?
Okay, so when you bring people, if you take the form we shared on the platform, there's a place where we invited you. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah, so when you invite people, follow them up to fill the form and get them to write your name. Okay, we are very straightforward.
Okay.
When they sign up and put your name, we're sending them their onboarding email and their welcome email. We'll copy you on the mail. Okay, but listen, we need you to be happy. Barry, if you're happy, we're in business. So we want you to always appreciate what we do. So we don't joke with our realtors. Our realtors are major stakeholders in our business. And for every decision we take, our realtors come first. Okay? So be rest assured that whatever we owe you, we will pay. If somebody you refer sells, you get your money less than 24 hours. That is how we treat our realtors. Is that okay?
All right, fine. That means there's a system on ground for that.
We have a perfect system running. That is why I'm here by this time of the day, because of the system. A system kept me here, so can get you to perform at your best. Is that okay?
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, but I hope to welcome you on your first sale. Any question before we call it a night? So guys, listen. always engage on the group. Ask any question. And the reason why we lock the group for some time is that so that you don't miss out important information. Okay? Always engage. If the group is locked and it's urgent, DM any of the admin and we'll respond. We do not want the group to be crowded with things that won't matter at a time. Okay? It will mostly be locked during the morning hours when people have gone to work so that there won't be plenty chats. And once it's 4 or 5 p.m., we'll unlock the group until 11 midnight. Why? Because we don't want the group to look like a spam. Okay? We do not want the group to look like a spam. People should be able to come there and find value. So why we end this first class, I want to assure you that I am still committed to my promise, and I'm here to celebrate with my fellow millionaires and billionaires who are going to not just become realtors, but potential developers in years to come. Okay, so thank you, Boluwatife, for that kind word. For that kind word, I appreciate. I bet you are ready for what is coming. There will be so much more to learn and enjoy. Okay, and I appreciate you guys for showing up, and thank you. Another question before we go. Okay, in the absence of that, I think we've had a good time tonight. I'm just going to play this video. You can leave the call if you want. Thank you guys and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to the Frontline Realtor Summit 1.0, happening at the International Conference Center here in the city of Ibadan. My name is Grace Melahor, and today I will be holding it down on the red carpet, having insightful and meaningful, also fun conversations with industry experts, aspiring realtors, friends, guests, and everyone gracing us with your presence here today. We're going to have a good time. So stay with me as I bring all of the highlights from this beautiful event.
On behalf of Frontline Homes, I want to say a big thank you to you for making our time to be here today. And I promise you, it's never going to be a time wasted.
Thank you everybody for joining us this morning. Like the host rightly mentioned, a dream that just started as a conversation has changed over 1,000 lives. I have this popular quote that means a lot to me. It's by Chris Grosser, which says that opportunities don't happen, you create them. Now, this quote is a powerful reminder that success doesn't just come to us. We must take action to create it.
Our vision is to make land and home ownership easy and accessible to every income earner for wealth creation. A lot of times, people think that buying land is very deep. It's not that deep. It's just that a lot of people are misinformed. But as a company, we want to make it very easy. What Frontline has done today is to show you an opportunity that you can also be a part of this real estate industry. Now, don't think that this is about Frontline. Frontline did it to help you to help themselves, but some of you, it's a bigger picture for you. This will be the beginning of a global real estate journey. Because some of you, this will be your introduction. But where you are going is Canada, is US, where you'll be a top developer.
My first experience with a real estate agent, that's one of the reasons why I'm here, so that I can network with, the real niggas in real estate. Me, I'm the kind of person that I like showing results. I'm not big on, you see me as I strive, I don't like it. A lot of people say, this comedian is not funny, but he's successful. Who is that? I know how to work in silence, work in the dark. Consistent working in the dark will bring your results to light.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the Frontline Realtor Summit 1.0, happening at the International Conference Center here in the city of Ibadan. My name is Grace Melahor, and today I will be holding it down.
This is Graceville Gardens, Phase 1, K2 Epe. It's just 1 month and they're already allocating to the subscribers. Congratulations to all the subscribers.
Graceville Gardens, Phase 1. So the land is 100% dry, and we have a lot of opportunities here. So we have 600 square meters. We'll be selling, for 6 million. Initial deposit of 1 million. Then we're going to be having the 300 square meters that would be 3 million, with initial deposit of 500,000 naira, and then we're going to be having 150 square meters that will sell for 1.5 million. Initial deposit of 300K.
Hi, I just want to say a big thank you to Frontline Homes for giving me the opportunity to be a landowner in the most wanted, most sought after area in Lagos. I am very, very happy and satisfied about how the process went, from the start of consulting and asking for how to get the land down to the documentation, to every aspect of the process.
Oh, yo, it's a privilege being here. Like, I'm so happy being around here. Like, this feels like a dream come true, because like the whole process is so easy, from the buying stage to the allocation stage. Like, everything's so perfect. Coming here, so peaceful. And I'll advise everyone out there to, like, if you're looking for the best property to buy, come to Frontline Homes. Like, 100% reliable.
Hello guys, wow, this is like a dream come true. Me owning a land in Epe, in the heart of Epe. This whole process went easily. The payment plan, allocation plan, everything went easily. And I'm here to say I am grateful to Frontline Home.
Frontline Homes!